So this is going to be a guide as to how to improve performance, and we'll be testing different types of performance improvements, mods, and updates for Breath of the Wild on Eden Emulator. So Eden is a emulator that's in a development phase, 0.0.2 pre-alpha. So if this is the build that I'm running, and we're using a legal backup of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. If you press and hold on the image, you can adjust the game settings. For the settings in Eden, we're leaving system settings default. Graphics settings, the only two things we're changing is disk shader cache on and use asynchronous shaders are on. Do not force the maximum clocks. This will reduce frames per second. Audio is all default. Debug is all default. And Eden's Veil has a lot of things changed. So we're going to be, these are special Eden settings that other emulators do not have. And you want to turn these on. These improve performance. So turn all these things on. And once you get down here, you're going to change that to Adreno Eclipse. Shader backend, you're going to change this one to GPU. NVDEC emulation. An ASTC decoding method, also change to GPU. And then change ASTC recompression method to BC1 low quality. And then change VRAM usage mode to aggressive. And optimize SPURV output will always be on load, just leave it there. And these settings, these Eden's Veil settings that we just did, are only for the base game. The unupdated game with no DLC, just the base game from the Nintendo eStore. If you're going to play the updated game with the update 1.6 and the DLC, you're going to want to change the bottom ones to default, but you're going to leave all the top ones checked off. So for example, if you're going to play 1.6, we're going to change this back to universal, leave this on GPU, change it back to CPU, change this back to uncompressed, and change this back to conservative. And that's your setup for the updated version, including when you play the updated version with the Ultracam mod, which increases the performance. That's just the best way I've found through testing to run it. And that's it. And then you want to go to the GPU driver manager, and you want to select the Mesa Turnip driver revision 9v2. You have to download that first from the Adreno Tools GitHub. It's basically a graphics driver that's very stable and works really well for this game and emulator combo. Different graphics drivers sometimes work with other ones. Now to get the best performance, there's some mods that are optional, such as the Shrine and Water Fixed mod and the Ultracam mod. Now I have these installed, but I don't have them activated right now. All I have activated is the update 1.6.0. That is just an update to the game. So you can play this as the base game and you'll get about 20 frames per second. And it's pretty stable for the most part. And it's nice. But you won't have any DLC content available if you do that. So in order to get the DLC content, you have to get the update 1.6.0. So the DLC content includes the Master Cycle Zero, the motorcycle that Link rides. So you won't have that if you don't update it. But you will be able to play it. It'll play just fine. We can test that. To show you that it will play at 20 frames per second. If you want to play Shrines, you need to have the update 1.6 and the Shrine and Water Fixed mod activated. If you don't have the update activated, you can play some of the Shrines and some of them will work, but some of them will not, and they'll have strange shading issues. And even the update 1.6 on its own will still have issues with visual tracers. So if you want to play Shrines, you have to get the update, and then you have to get the Shrine and Water Fixed. There's no way to fix the Shrines on the unupdated game. So if you just want to play in the overworld and run around above ground, fighting guardians and stuff like that, you can play unupdated. And some Shrines will still work, but some will not. And in those cases, you are going to want to update the game and activate the Shrine and Water Fixed mod. However, this does have some strange effects. Link will look different, and his horse will look different. I'll demonstrate that in the video. They look like they're made out of plastic, and they become more shiny, and Link's mouth becomes very tiny. So you can leave the Shrine and Water Fix mod on the whole game if you want to play all the shrines, but I think it does decrease the FPS a tiny bit, maybe by 1 or 2 frames per second. So we'll test that during this video, and we'll also test the Ultracam mod. And both of these mods are available from the settings page of the r/Retroid Pocket Flip wiki. If you go to the settings in the wiki and go down to this game, you will find the links, the download links to these mods. I'll also put the download links in the description of this video. Download links to Eden Emulator are also going to be in the description and in the wiki. In this video, we're also going to be testing a few other emulators, such as Citron and Sudachi. And these emulators are going to be competing with Eden, and we're going to find out which one wins in the FPS performance race. First, we're going to look at Eden, and we're going to look at the base game. The base game, and what I mean by that is no update, so no 1.6, no DLC. It would just be completely empty boxes here, no mods, and yeah, you just run the game like that, just for a really easy, approachable game. That's the 20 FPS stable version. It's sort of like the DLC, update, and Ultracam are like the 3 settings that are mainly going to be on for highest performance and highest FPS. And then you're going to turn on the shrine whenever you want to do a shrine, and then turn it off when you're done. And that's the same for all these emulators. So we'll do that on Citron. We'll test Citron with all those mods, the same exact mods going. We'll do that in Sudachi, test it with different drivers on each emulator and different resolutions on each emulator. And basically we're basically going to test everything with 1x resolution first to see which one performs the best. And then we're going to take that emulator and driver combo, and then we're going to reduce the resolution until we get a stable 30 or above 30. And then that'll be the winner. So stay tuned and we'll find out. Before we do all of that, though, we are going to do a little instructional guide on the mods, how to download them, how to add them. And that does require you to use your desktop computer for one of them. The Ultracam, you need to edit the text within a file in the Ultracam mod folder. It's a .ini file, and you edit it with Notepad++. So I'll switch to my desktop computer. I'll download it from the internet in front of you, and then I'll modify it and then import it through a USB-C cable onto the Retroid Pocket Flip 2, and then install it within the app using this plus install button in the bottom right corner. And then we'll start testing. All the information for the testing will be displayed on text on the screen. I won't be talking during the testing, so you can hear the audio of the games. And just follow along with the text. And you can skip to the end if you want to see the best, or sort of like which emulator driver resolution combination wins. But just know that it's going to be sort of like 2 that win. There's going to be like one that's like, we already know kind of that one, which is an amazing 20 FPS, very approachable, very easy for people who don't want to do mods. But we'll showcase that. It's a very stable, unupdated version. No update 1.6, no DLC, no mods. Just Eden, just the Eden's Veil settings all turned on, like I showed, and it runs very stable, and it's very easy for those of us who don't know how to do all of this. But for those of us who really want the FPS and are willing to install some mods and you know, edit the text and everything, it's a little bit complicated, but I'm going to guide you through it, and that'll be the beginning. If you're not interested in that, just go to the very end, and you'll see the 2 winners. So you're going to find the link to the Ultracam mod, and it's going to bring you here to Gamebanana.com, and you're just going to scroll down to find the download link, and you're going to click right here, and it'll download a zip file onto your computer. Once you have the zip file, it'll look like this. You unzip it, by using RAR or whatever, extract here, and then a little folder like this will pop out called Ultracam. In the Ultracam folder, you're just going to go to XFs and open it. And you can see 2 files there. That's good. And if you go into ROMFs, you see Ultracam, another folder, open that. And then you'll see max last breath, a .ini file. And you're just going to open this with an application called Notepad++. Just download that application if you haven't already, and here's where you actually are able to change the settings. So max frame rate, we're going to change it to 60. Quality improvements, we're going to change it to on. And then width, we're going to change from 1920 to 1280. And then height, we're going to change it from 1080 to 720. And then a render distance, we're going to change it to 20,000. 20,000. And then field of view, we're going to change it to 40. FOV. Okay. And then once you've got that, you're just gonna, once you've got all those things changed, so from here to here, just make sure it's all the same. And then you'll press save. And you can X out. And now you're gonna drag these files onto your Retroid Pocket Flip too. So get a USB cord, plug it into your computer. Make sure you select file transfer. And then you will have your Retroid Pocket Flip show up like that, okay? So take this Ultracam mod folder, copy it, and then go into Retroid Pocket Flip 2. And you can save this anywhere that you like to save your mods and updates for your secret console games. So I already had it downloaded, but you know, I'll just paste it in and it'll replace that one. But in your case, if you don't have it yet, you'll just basically copy and paste it there, simple. So once that's copied and pasted, you can basically switch back to your Retroid Pocket Flip 2 to install the mod. So I'm going to go back to screen record so we can see with a better detail. Okay, so now that we've installed the mod with the correct settings, you'll see it in your folder where you put it. But to navigate there, just like how you would navigate your game folder and choose like where your games are located, for mods you kind of do the same thing. But you press and hold on the game icon to enter the per game settings, and then you go to add-ons, and where I was kind of checking them off before, there you see Ultracam. So I'll show you, I'll delete my mods so I can show you how to add them. But first, let's also show you how to add the, what's it called? The water and shrine fix mod, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go to Retro Pocket Flip 2 subreddit. Now on this subreddit, just click on the Retroid Pocket Flip 2 logo. You can do this within your device. This is on my handheld. Go to the wiki. And on the wiki, just scroll down to the game settings. You'll see all the PC games, and then you'll see Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So then you have these links for the Shrine and Water Fix mod, the Ultracam mod. Ultracam mod, just access this Reddit on your computer to download that one from the Gamebanana site. And then Shrine and Water Fix, just click on it. And then we'll open it in file. And then you're going to click Switch. Then you're going to click Mods. Then you're going to click Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And then you're going to click on this big box to download that. Just click it and then press the download symbol right here. And then press download. We'll download it. Okay. And then you're going to use RAR, the app in the top left corner right here. You can download it from the Google Play Store, RAR. And then you download or sorry, you unzip, you'd go into your downloads and unzip the file you just downloaded. So the shrine, the water, check off the file, then you just unzip it, press OK, and go wherever you want to go. Like I would go to this one and go Botw, and I keep it there, Shrine and Water Fix. So it looks like that folder once you unzip it. You just press OK, and then press OK, and then it unzips. But I already did that, so I'm gonna cancel. I don't want too many. Okay. So that's how you download that one. So once they're in the folder you want them to be in, you're gonna go into the Eden app, and like I said, you press and hold on the Zelda picture, and then go to add-ons, and then go to the plus button right here, install, plus install, press that, and then select mods and cheats, say OK. And then you go to the correct folder where it's located, the Botw folder in my case, and then you click on that folder, Shrine and Water Fixed. And then you see ROM FS, that's okay, don't click anything else, just press use this folder at the very bottom. Allow. Okay, and that's it. Now it's installed and it's already checked off, so just check it or uncheck it whether you want that activated or not for the time being. So we're going to press plus install again, mods and cheats, okay. And then go to Botw folder or whatever folder you put the Ultracam mod in. And this mod we already configured on our computer, so just click that. I'm clicking on Ultracam. And then you see this XFs, ROMFs, and README. Don't press anything here, just go to the very bottom and say use this folder, allow. Okay, so now all the mods and all the updates and everything is activated. And that completes the mod guide. So now you know how to install both mods. And you should have the update in DLC if you own that. If you legally own that, it'll come on the cartridge that you dump from your MIG flash dumper as your legal backup. So you should already have the update in DLC. So now that you guys know how to download and install and utilize mods in the Breath of the Wild game, you can also find other kinds of cool mods on Gamebanana.com or other websites, and then download them and use them in the Eden emulator. Some are a little bit more complex, such as the Zelda mod, and some of them require you to go into the SDMC. So for example, right here, you can see SDMC layered FS. That's the Zelda mod. To get this to work, to play as Zelda, you would have to go into your files in the Retroid Pocket Flip 2, Android, Data, Eden Emulator, Files, SDMC. Then you go to Atmosphere, Contents, and you'd have to put the mod files in the correct folder for the game, which is this one, 01007E F00011E000, and then you'd put it inside the ROM FS folder, and you'd see these are the mod files for Zelda's Armor and Title Pack. And then once it's in there, all you'd have to do is make sure that the update is applied, update 1.6, and the DLC, and then turn on the SDMC mod right there, and you'll see that it works.
For some time, can't can't stop staring at those ocean eyes, burning cities and napalm skies, 15 flares inside those ocean eyes, your ocean eyes on fire.
Basically what we're going to do next in this video, now that the guide is finished for how to mod, is we're going to test the different configurations of emulators, mods, and drivers. And the very first one we're going to test, we're going to uncheck all of these boxes. This is the stable, simple, easy, approachable, no mod, no update. All you need is a Breath of the Wild game file and the Eden emulator. That's it. That's this first video. We're going to have many videos coming up, one after another, and there will be text on the screen to describe what exactly is running. But this is the one that gives you a stable 20 FPS. And it seems like more than 20 FPS when you're playing. It just seems very smooth, consistent, and it's just a very stable, easy way to play the game. If you want to play, just kind of run around in the overworld, in the grass, and kill guardians and stuff, this is perfect. Like you just want to play for 10 minutes or something, this is the build for you. This is one of the winners, so we're going to start with that one. So for the winner, I've had really good results, and it's basically a tie between Citron, Sudachi, and Eden, but with specific drivers for each, and 0.75x resolution for each. And Eden and Citron have the same driver in the winning build, and that is the Turnip 24.3 revision 9 V2. The stable 9 V2 driver works for Eden and Citron, 0.75x resolution. All three of them you keep asynchronous shaders on. For Sudachi, the winning driver is version 24.1 R18 A6XX. And all three of them we're keeping the DLC on, the Ultracam on, and the update 1.6 on. So I'll show you a little clip from each of them with their high FPS. All of them can get above 30 and then can sometimes drop down a little bit below 30, depending on how demanding the area is. The most demanding areas are Hyrule Castle Town, Korok Forest, and battling with the Guardians in front of Hyrule Castle Town. Right in front of there tends to be a little bit of slowdown during the explosions, but otherwise we're above 30. And yeah, if you just stay out of the Korok Forest and stay out of Hyrule Castle Town, you'll get 30 and above pretty much consistently in any of these setups. So we'll do a little demo for all three right now. Thanks. Here we go.
Rivali's Gale is now ready. Life's all about contradiction, yin and yang, fluidity and things. I'm me, I'm God, I'm everything. I'm my own reason why I sing, and so are you understanding? I know you think this shit is easy for you, but not so much for me. But I'll still ride, that's just the risk I'll take. I know you see me acting sleazy, I'm working on it, take it easy. I'll figure it all out before I break. If I should die before I wake, oh please do not resuscitate. I know I didn't live my life in vain. This music shit's a piece of cake. The rest of my life's in a state of chaos, but I know I'll be